All right, so some of you guys have noticed that there is a different vehicle in the garage, and that is my newest acquisition, the a red 91 S10. This thing is probably as clean as it gets for a 30-year-old vehicle. It's factory paint, factory everything, totally stock, 39,000 mile base model. Absolutely no options, no air conditioning, no power steering, power locks, power windows, no nothing. It's got an engine, a transmission, and some wheels. So I wanted to do this video to show you guys, just to get you a good look at it before we kind of change it up. And actually, I think that change or that upgrade is going to be in this video. It'll just be near the end. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Actually, I'm going to pull the truck outside, and then I'll give you guys a walk around of this thing and get you a good look at it so you can see the difference of what we're going to do to it tomorrow. Okay, so for those of you who don't remember, we are in Texas, just outside of Fort Worth, and it's 100 degrees outside right now, or really close to it, and it's really bright. So I'm going to run you guys around, take you guys around this thing, get you a good look at it. And you're not going to believe this. So this thing is factory everything down to the paint. As you can see, the paint is really nice. As clean as you could ever want. We'll go around to the other side. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Let me see if I can get it in the light, but there's a little tiny ding in the corner of the hood right there, and there's one here by the taillight, right there. I don't think you can see that. You might see that in the video. Get a load of that paint. So just to give you an idea, that's the boxes, some of the stuff that we're doing to it tomorrow. Check this out. A virgin bed, of all things. We go inside and check out the interior. Clean as can be. I think you can see that 39,000 miles right there. Dash isn't cracked, nothing. About the worst thing wrong with this thing is that the headliner is sagging a little bit. I think you can probably, yeah, you can see that there. So I'm gonna have to get the headliner redone sooner or later. But man, wait till you see what we got in store for this thing tomorrow. But check this out. This is what a normal S10 sounds like. That's right. All 95 horsepower of pure absolute speed right there. Okay, not really. So, hear that? Even the buzzer works, and it's annoying. Let's check it out under the hood. There it is, 2.5 liters and 95 horsepower of pure awesome. Factory heater, everything's just clean as can be. Like as in outside of some road grime. Okay, so I haven't driven this thing a lot, and I'm here to tell you that it's slower than a snail on acid. I mean, that's just all there is to it. The guy I got it from, it came out of Illinois, and it's a factory northern truck, which kind of scared me at first. And I'll show you some cool stuff here in a minute. More on that shortly. But anyways, it's a factory northern truck, and anything out of the north is typically rusty, just all to be damned. And this thing is certainly in the age group where it would be rotted to nothing. Apparently the guy that I got it from had bought it from a family who whoever had it had bought it to haul hay from the barn down to the pasture or something along those lines. The guy that I got it from had it for 6 years and put 1,500 miles on it, or somewhere thereabouts. After 10 years, the vehicles are odometer exempt, but after I ran a Carfax on it, it had the mileage incremented correctly throughout the years. So that was a really huge bonus find. But let me show you something that I found in the truck. Original window sticker in the glove box, and I think you can see that, $8,924. This is the part that I thought was kind of cool. That says undercoat, $89. Step bumper is $139. So that was one of the cool things. The truck was factory undercoated from day one, and it never got rusty. Nothing. There's no rust anywhere on the truck. And when I first saw the pictures, I thought that it was just extremely dirty underneath, and didn't think anything of it. But the documentation supported the fact that it had 39,000 miles on it. So I thought, man, the only thing that means is it's been undercoated. Hell, I was right. I couldn't believe it. So I paid to have the thing transported down here. You know, of course, I bought it from the guy. And he told me, and I don't know that there's any way to ever prove it, but he said that this thing had never seen the rain, like when the previous owner had it or when he had it. So that kind of lends itself to the factory paint being in such good shape. It's really nice. So I'm gonna show you one more time the outside of it real quick, and then we're gonna get started on the work. All right, there it is. It's time to get started. Okay, so one of the things that I was gonna do, oh man, it's hot out here. One of the things I was gonna do is power wash the truck. That power washer's making funny noises, it's not even on. Power wash the truck, or at least the wheel openings and things like that, because it's, like I said, it's got a bunch of road grime on it. Get away, fly. And part of this is also going to be a product review. A while back, Super Clean had contacted me and said, hey, we'll send you our product if you do a review on it. And they said, do a natural review, do a review and say exactly what you feel about the product. I've already used the product, their products, most of them, and they work great. Not a sales pitch, I'm not being paid, nothing like that. It's just, it's a great product, and I like to tell people about it when I find something that actually works. So check it out. This particular stuff is the foaming type of Super Clean, and it's gonna work really good for what I'm trying to do, because some of this stuff is upside down and I want it to stick to the surfaces. So I've done no more than just turn it on. I'm gonna spray stuff with it. Now the obvious part of this is you do not want to get this on paint, because it will dull the paint, and it's very hard to get it not dull. And look at that, you can already see the brown running off of it. So you see, I sprayed upside down and it cleans really good, like sticks to the surfaces. So I'm gonna get the power washer fired up and rinse this thing off real quick, and we'll see what it looks like after the fact. And we're gonna take a super quick look at the difference after power washing the wheel openings in the engine bay. I would say that a good portion of that is due to the Super Clean soap. That stuff is really, really good. Word of caution though, I think I already mentioned it once, don't get it on paint, don't get it on polished aluminum, and don't breathe in the mist that you see floating around, or you will regret it. So I don't think the video is going to do it any justice, but man, that is a huge difference in how clean it is in there. Same for the engine bay. I think if you noticed earlier in the video, the wheel tubs were really dingy and had some, I don't know, like dried on dirt attached to them, and it blasted that stuff off there pretty easily. So it looks back to brand new under here, especially the firewall area. That looks really good. So let me get in here out of the sun. Now it is time to move on to the good part of the project, or the fun, I should say. We're going to install a Beltec 4.5 lowering kit. So the front is going to have spindles, springs, and shocks. The rear is going to have springs, blocks, and shocks. And then some new wheels, chrome grille, and a big time detailing. Okay, so you saw the first part of the detailing, which wasn't much, just power washing the engine bay and wheel wells and whatnot. And Mike is here, right there behind me, as you can see, taping off the glass and stuff for the first cut on the buffing. And we are inside in the air conditioning, so we don't have to complain about being 100 degrees outside today. So let's see, you can kind of get a look at it. All right, so before the lowering, we are at 30.5 in the front and 31.5 in the back. All right, I don't know what percentage of the way this is, but this is, I don't know, what do you think, a quarter of the way through? Halfway? Third?
Maybe a quarter.
And you can see a gigantic difference, the reflection in the hood, the reflection in the fender of that window over there. So Mike and Caleb knocking this one out of the park. This shit looks good. And it only gets better from here. Okay, so we skipped from what you just saw on the buffing and whatnot to the finished product. There was probably in the neighborhood of 12 hours or so of buffing and ceramic coating and all that kind of stuff, and it's really redundant to show in the video, but the truck is done. I'll go ahead and say that there's only one thing that I may or may not change, and that is the ride height of the front of the truck. The Beltec kit comes with a spacer that they tell you that you could or could not use on the coil spring in the front, and we elected to put it in there, and I don't think that I really need it. But anyways, again, this truck was taken from a completely stock oxidized paint to what you're about to see in the course of about 12 hours. 3 people now. It took 3 people to do it. So anyways, check this out. Okay, so we're outside in the sunlight right now. It's a little windy, so you may hear some wind noise. Pull the truck out to take the video of it, of the after video, and you're not gonna believe the difference in this thing. So there it is. It's not too bad in the front. It's just about level now that we've driven it. The video probably doesn't do it any justice as far as how good the paint is. But the obvious part is I'm extremely pleased with how well it turned out. Mike and Caleb's effort, you know, getting the paint corrected and ceramic coated is just, you know, they did a fantastic job. Amazing work. They did all the paint stuff. I did the suspension, front and rear, you know, put the wheels on and all that neat stuff. So anyways, got something else to show you. Check this out. This is just an example of the ceramic technology that's out, you know, that everybody's doing now. I want to show you what this stuff does when you put water on it. Okay, so this is just a plain cup of tap water, but watch what it does when you put it on the paint. The water just runs right off of it, much like it does with wax, and it's probably, you know, for the video's sake, it's probably hard to tell the difference between the two, but it's pretty amazing stuff. Now, it's supposed to last 4 or 5 years, and of course, I think that really depends on how much you wash it, and you know how dirty it gets, and you know, so on and so forth. This thing's not going to get driven, you know, a whole lot. It's going to get driven often, but not, you know, 15,000-20,000 miles a year or anything like that. So that stuff's expensive. It's $150 or so for one small bottle of it. And I think one bottle or one application, I'm sorry, one container will do probably that truck twice. And this is all. That's all it is. Chemical guys, products are all we used to clean this thing up, top to bottom. All of their buffing compounds, all of their pads, everything. And then I got the Hydro Speed stuff. It's like a wipe and shine, you know, a quick detailer. So that's what I'll maintain it with, you know, while it's, you know, when it gets a little bit dirty. But one more thing I want to show you, which was really cool. Pieces of regular blue masking tape right here, and I'm going to show you what they do on ceramic coated or ceramic treated paint. So first off, I'm standing here next to Bob, and as you can see, I just put that on there, rubbed it in real good, and as you can see, it's stuck. All right, we go over here to the truck. Put the other piece of tape right there on the truck, just like that. The tape won't stick to it. So all in all, a very amazing product. Definitely worth the money and the effort if you want to protect your vehicle. And I'm not, you know, they didn't send me this stuff for free. We spent about $400 on their product. So very good stuff, very worth the money and the effort, especially for something like that, you know, or even your normal vehicle. But anyways, enough of that stuff. I think that's a pretty good day's work right there. You know, 12-hour turnaround, lowering, buffing, cutting, ceramic coating, all that stuff. So that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks everybody for stopping by and checking it out. I'm really proud of the truck, even though we hadn't really done anything to it other than lowering it and cleaning it. It's a cool ride though. I like it. Thanks guys. We'll see you in the next one.